Hello, welcome back to D&D Creation for 5th edition characters. My name is Marvel Joe Productions. Welcome to part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, just go to my channel or look in the playlist or just look in the description. Somewhere you will be able to find part 1. Going over what we did last time is we got our character. I just put in substitute name for now. This could be any name up to you. Again, all of this is just D&D Beyond's settings and will change based on your DM. For a race, I have chosen to go with a high elf race. Feel free to pause the video and read through this, but what's important to us is that we have a +2 to our dexterity. We have dark vision, keen senses, fey ancestry, and trance. Um, Again, this little quick link here will take you to the page in the player's handbook that explains the high elves in more detail. Down here, we got the explanations for all of our senses that we gain. We can see 60 feet in front of us, dim light as if it were bright light, and darkness as if it were dim light. There's a condition called total darkness in D&D, usually caused by a spell that would negate your dark vision. Our keen senses give us proficiency in the perception skill, and Fey ancestry gives us advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. Trance, um, this is where elves don't actually sleep. There's plenty of YouTube videos on this, but rather they meditate for 4 hours instead of 8 to count as a long rest. So what we're going to do is we're also going to do this by hand. So I'm going to open up my character sheet on my computer and just start entering in information. So we got the High Elf. We're going to leave alignment, background, and class for later. Alright, we're going to get Dark Vision, which is going to give us 60 feet, and I often use brackets just so that I know exactly how well I'm doing. We're going to put in Trance, Fey Ancestry. It's important to note that I don't actually put the details in there on a printed character sheet, and because I'll just refer to the player's handbook if I do not remember. Cantrips are a level 0 spell. You can cast them unlimited amount of times. It just depends on whether it takes a bonus action or action as defined by the spell. If we choose Fire Bolt, go spell details, or you can look this up in the player's handbook. Damage is 1d10 at first level and it increases at 5th, 11th, and 17th. And of course, we got extra language. So as an elf, we learned Common, Elvish, and any of these languages. Most common you're going to find is Dwarvish, Draconic, Infernal if you're doing more of a Hell campaign. Minotaur, Marquesian, Orc, those are usually like geographical. So let's go Dwarvish. Right, and on to class. So some stuff like the Artificer and the Blood Hunter, you're going to need to either have books for or get your hands on the resources that you need to actually view them. Clerics, for example, are Healy boys. We have something called a hit die. For a cleric, that's 1d8 per level, and that just determines how much health you get per level. And if you're taking a short rest, which is usually 1 hour, can be slightly longer but less than a long rest, sorry. Our casting ability is Wisdom, and our save proficiencies are Wisdom and Charisma. You can go through. Fighters is your typical knight. You get a D10 instead of a D8, so hopefully that means you have more health than the cleric. Your primary abilities are going to be in Strength and Dex, and your saves are going to be Strength and Con. Rogues are more your thieves. Rangers are typically your solo bowmen or bowgirls, or even bow thems. Again, 1d8. Primary ability is going to be Dex and Wiz. Saves are going to be Strength and Dex. Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard all have their own flavors. Feel free to read through those on your own time. Monks, it's a D8, so less health than the fighter. Um, your primary abilities are going to be Dex and Wisdom. Strength is going to be Strength and Dex. A Master of Martial Arts. These guys, if you've ever seen the memes, they're not joking. You can get at a high enough level like 8 attacks. Paladin, Holy War, Bound to Sacred Oath. Sums it up pretty well, actually. You get a D10. Your primary abilities are going to be in Strength and Charisma. Your saves are going to be in Wisdom, Charisma for your proficiencies. At first level, you get Divine Sense, Lay on Hands, and you don't pick a fighting style and spells till at least second level. But let's go ahead and choose the Paladin. For now, we are going to ignore hit points, because we will come back to that when we start doing our stat blocks. That is 1d10 plus Constitution modifier, and at first level is automatically a 10. Proficiencies, we gain all armor, shields, weapons, simple weapons, martial weapons. We don't gain any proficiencies in tools, saving throws, wisdom, charisma, and skills. We get to choose 2 from any of these. So let's go ahead and start filling in our character sheet. So we know we can speak Dwarvish, Elvish, Common. And if you ever want to double check it, please just go ahead, read the PHP, and if you have any other books, go ahead and read through those as well. Alright, simple weapons and martial weapons. Alright, and we're going to gain proficiency in wisdom and charisma. For now, let's just put dots on those indicating that we get proficiency in them. And of course, let's go down to our spells, quickly fill this in. We have Fire, Bolt, as I remember correctly. So let's choose 2 Paladin skills. Let's go Athletics, because we're going to be a super fit. And then we're going to go Religion, because, you know, we grew up in a temple, so, or at least most of them do. Divine Sense, feel free to pause the video and read through this. For now, let's just add that to our character sheet. Alright, and Lay on Hands, just very quickly. If you touch a person, you have a healing pool of your level times 5, which at first level is 5. And again, I usually use brackets to indicate how much I have. Divine Sense is out to 60 feet. So let's put a bracket there as well. Alright. At higher levels, you do gain stuff, but that'll be for higher levels and not part of this video. Alright, I think that sums up part 2 pretty good. If you have more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments section. Until next time, this is Marvel Joe Productions signing out.